See, spirits don't die. And that's the thing that makes what you do so important. Heritage hip hop was not made to talk about beats and rhymes. It was made to show the intellectual side of the MC. Because when people look at you and your generation, they're prejudiced. Y'all disrespectful. Y'all don't talk about shit. Y'all don't listen to nobody. Y'all think y'all know it all. Well, every generation is to know it all. So that's not even a slight. That's just reality, right? But even in one of my favorite songs, you talk about how people say, why you don't talk about Trump? Why you don't talk about this? Why you don't talk about that? And you're like, did you hear my album at least?
Yeah.
Because your albums do talk about the non-simplicity of being hip hop. You actually talk about the entire gamut of life, whether it comes from being personal to finding your vision, to being an individual, to embracing your individuality, and not only that, praising God and accepting your reality.
Yeah.
So that person who listens to you know that.
Yeah.
How do you fight the prejudice through your music, though?
I don't know, man. I just do me, bro.
It's just natural.
Yeah, it's just a natural thing. It's some of this stuff in my music, man. I really can't explain, because when I go in that, like, I write it down, but when I go in the booth, I just let go. Like, yeah, I gotta punch in sometimes here and there, but it's more like a spiritual thing. I don't feel like I can't take all the credit for it. I feel like it's like a higher power or something like that. And it might sound crazy. It might sound crazy to some people, and it's like, oh, he's just saying this, but I really can't explain it.
That's the zone.
And I think that's what fights off all that negative stuff. Like, and I try my best not to pay attention to it, but at the same time, I'm still a human being, so I might look at it like, yo, what is this? Like, but
that's what made me want to do this interview, because there's more to you than what people see.
Yeah.
See, I've been trying to get you on for a minute, and I was very discouraged when I couldn't get you on.
Yeah.
Because
I had to think about how to answer that question. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's all good.
But I ain't want to, like, I was kind of like iffy about saying that, because that's really what it is.
No, you just tell the truth. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was trying to get you on for a while, because I don't think we truly understand what we have when we listen to an MC, not a rapper. You are not the rap. You're every rapper's rapper. You're like what J.1.Da is to the game.
Okay.
Because J.1.Da is more than a rapper. He's prolific because he's a businessman and he started a movement. To the point where the president's daughter had his shirt on, and that's when Pro Era finally got the respect it deserved. Unfortunately, he had to lose Capital Steve.
Yeah.
But
Capital Steve.
I see that in you, though.
Okay.
You are, without a shadow of a doubt, a face and voice that can be a movement that goes beyond the beats and the rhymes. How do you define J.1.Da as opposed to who you are as your birth name?
J.1.Da is an open book. J.1.Da is an open book, man. Very laid back, cool. The ladies love him, you know. Obviously, you know. So.
Obviously.
Okay. Nah, but I feel like J.1.Da is a very spiritual person. I feel like when you listen to my music, it's like tapping into a spiritual realm. I don't know if anybody has watched like Avatar or anything like that, and that thing pops up on his head. It's like, that's who he is.
It's game time.
To me. Yeah, he's like, that's my chi.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this is the thing that makes me go beyond that. See, when I listen to the first time I met you in Newark, and you was doing a show with Grump, and it was, whose album release party was that? I think it was Stan's? Maybe?
How long ago was this?
A while. It was a while ago. That's the first time I ever met you. And that night, remember, Heritage Hip Hop was brand new.
Okay.
I knew people, but people didn't know that I knew people. And thank God for that. And when I got introduced to people, I was like, who is this? And the first time I met you, I bought your Jack Rose CD.
Okay, so this is 2017.
So yeah, it was a while ago. So when I heard that, I was like, you're different. And there's not too many people I could say you're different about.
You sure this wasn't my album release party?
It was not. No. Because I bought your album the night, I bought I bought your album after I bought Some Odd World. And I got the QR code for Soulless is the Good People that night. So I think Stan was premiering songs off of his album, and Grump was.
This
Grump
had to be Stan's. It had to be Stan's.
Yeah, it had to be Stan then. And I remember Skedaddle performed.
Yeah, it was definitely Stan.
So I was like, okay. And when I heard it, I'm like, there's something different here. My partner would tell you, I'm prejudiced as hell. I don't like everybody's shit. And I don't really care to listen to everybody's shit. But when I do, when I hear something different, the gears start to turn. And the thing that made J.1.Da different is J.1.Da is the essence of 90s hip hop. Who did you study to help you find your voice and to pronounce your coming to the world?
There were 3 people. It was Tony Braxton, a couple. It was Tony Braxton, Jimi Hendrix, Intelligent Hoodlum, Tragic, Nas, and DMX.
You said 3 and gave me 5. That's interesting.
Yeah. I said there's a few more people, but those are the people that I were listening to that really like influenced me, like on a whole different level.
Now, everybody that you let, he named as a classic album, where it wasn't a favorite. These were staples and statement pieces in hip hop and music as a whole. How do you balance the extreme gap of being yourself in the middle with Tony Braxton and DMX?
I don't even know. Like, yo, these are some crazy ass questions, man. They're not crazy, but they're really good. It's like somehow you gotta really think about that. I don't know. It took some time. It took some time. Like, I had to really study these people. This was music that was being played around my house.
Okay.
So it wasn't like when I picked up these albums, I didn't even know what they was talking about when I first heard them until I got older. And I used to just walk to school. I remember having a CD player, and this is the time like all the kids around me had iPhones and stuff, and I still had a CD player, bro. They had iPods, all that stuff, and I just had the CD player rocking it. But I don't know. I just took them all together and into one, and just created myself.
That's what makes you different. See, he just made my point. You're a mature MC for your age.
Oh, yeah.
You're not a man with an old soul. You're a man with the law imprinted in his heart.
Okay.
So you're very moral.
That was dope. I like that.
Appreciate it. You're very moral when it comes to your rhyme pattern. Because no one can tell me another sad love song sounds like Stop Being Greedy. You can't go there. Those are 2 way different spectrums of emotion. But there's truth in both of them.
Yeah.
And your music is very truthful.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants to know what I'm talking about, listen to Enemy Number 1. That's my shit. And I'll probably put it on this interview. But more importantly though, truth is what's missing in hip hop. Because I really think people don't even use beats anymore, they just use sounds. Define truth and why does it matter in your music?
I think it's really important to be vulnerable in your music.
Yeah, Kid Cudi brought that out.
Yeah, like that is like a real big thing to me. Like, I don't want to come out and be somebody that I'm not. Like, I want to give my full self, and that's what I had. I used to have trouble doing that in all like some of my old music. I was afraid to go against the grain and really talk about the issues that I was having emotionally, mentally, and all of that. So like, that is like a really, really big thing. Like, truth is like the number one thing as far as like when it comes to my music. That's basically me defining it, I guess.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever saw a movie that a character defined you more than your music has defined you?
No.
I have. In you. You're a great writer who has not started to write yet. And your lyrics are beautiful. That's one great thing about you, that you really touch the soul rather than touching the beat. See, some MCs rhyme to the beat. Some MCs ride the beat or on the beat, and some people are parallel to the beat. Your voice is so unique that the beat plays to you. So when you make your music and somebody listens, they actually can hear the music through you.
Right.
When you write, when you finally start to write, because I don't think you've written yet, when you finally start to write, Your words are going to transcend the meaning. It's going to bring in the feeling. And that's where most writers succeed. Why do you think most hip hoppers don't succeed when they write or they rhyme with the music they come out with?
Cause they ain't putting honestly, I don't feel like they putting their heart and their soul in it. I think they just go in there and they just do whatever sounds good, and it's a bunch of yes men in the studio and be like, oh yeah, that shit sounds hard. Excuse my language. Yo, that sounds dope. And then they just put it out. I don't feel like they really put in their spirit into it. I could tell. Just from listening and the frequency, and I could just tell.
So then, how do you define your spirit in your own music rather than just making songs?
Well,
okay, let me give you an example. Let me pick a good song that I like.
for me.
Of yours, of course. No, it's all about you.
Okay.
We ain't doing nobody else. So you got so many songs. And y'all drop songs like every damn week, so it's like it's so much.
I be trying not
to
to do that, yo. So many people be telling me like, yo, you got too much content out there, bro. Like you gotta chill out. But yeah, I'm stopping at TC5. I'm gonna wait for a little bit.
What's the song you got with Mac 91?
On Up is on Up.
Yeah.
It's called Games.
Okay.
It's Mac 91 and Brookside Lean on that song.
Is that the one? Actually, that's not the one. No.
They gotta be on a different song, man. I mean,
yeah,
a different album.
It's a different project. But let's stick with that one though. Talk about Games. I'm gonna pull out the other one I wanted to talk about.
Okay, Games is a song I wrote when I was in my bag. I was in my bag in my feelings about a relationship that I was in recently, and I was being played. And then came the song Games. That's it.
Just real life, right?
Yeah, like it was just real life stuff. Like, so I had to play off of the playing a video game, the controller, like little, simple stuff, and then kind of like flip into like what really happened. But I ain't really want to go too crazy with the details. I wanted to get close enough for people to be like, okay. And then
I was talking about Show Love.
Oh, Show Love.
Yes, that's
Show Love is on Jack Rose.
Yes, when I told you, it's the first one I heard.
Yeah.
So tell me about, we talking about truth, vulnerability, and being real. Tell me about Show Love and how, once again, you detailed the message to bring the listener in rather than speak out and have them catch you.
Okay. Run that back for me one more time.
When you make the song, and I listen to the song, I feel like I was drawn into the song rather than just listen to the song like, oh, that's cool.
Okay.
How do you capture the ears to draw the listener in with your truth rather than just to spit lyrics and then just...
My voice. I utilize my voice as much as possible.
So at the end of the day, the greatest gift of an MC besides his pen is how he uses his voice to capture the audience.
Yeah.